Now going to the little, but something very important aspect of a comparative study. Comparative study. SWOT analysis and you. There must be some reasons. Henneman was not a fool. Kent was not a fool. Bonigusen was not a fool. Boger was not a fool. Dunham was not a fool. Lilienthal was not a fool. Richard Hughes was not a fool. That they left their well-settled allopathic practice and came to homeopathy. They were not fool, of course. They must have seen something. This is what I'm trying to convey here. That this is something what they must have seen and they are here. Allopathy, continuous study of newer and newer disorders. Example, corona. Every year, every 1 or 2 years, there is new disorder coming up. You have to study, you have to find the medicine, you have to find new remdesivir, then this, then other medicine, then this medicine, other medicine, newer and newer and newer and newer and newer medicine. Where with homeopathy, 250 years earlier, the human health was so good, still single medicine, single dose was able to produce a very good effect. 250 years after, even this world of corona, homeopathy is able to produce a great effect with single medicine, single dose. What is the reason? This is because of homeopathy is a science of nature. It's a child of nature. So here, what we do, we don't treat pneumonia. We treat patient of pneumonia. We don't treat corona. We treat patient of corona. We don't treat tuberculosis. We treat patient having tuberculosis. So what is important for us to understand is something, we limit the more studies required. I mean, there is no question about it. But once you understand the subject properly, that's okay to practice. Where with allopathy, you have to always study, always study, always study, always study, always study. Here, Henneman was able to become very successful with 99 drugs only. If you know 99 drugs properly, is enough. Is absolutely enough. Right? So limited study or no study once you have understood or digested all the fundamentals. Limited study is enough. But today, it's like we have treated corona, so many COVID cases, right? We understood. Somehow we understood what is corona and how we are going to work it out. That's all. Then I can take the case of corona and I can treat. So here, once you have understood the fundamentals of the science, the newer disorder gives you a very limited, give you the trouble or the pain to learn it in a better way. And here, one-time understanding and knowledge of polycrest remedies are more than enough. That's what I said. Allopathy, the first remedy what turned out to was antibiotic was penicillin. After certain time, resistance. Then second antibiotic, second generation, resistance. Third antibiotic, resistance. Fourth antibiotic, resistance. Fifth antibiotic, resistance. Have you ever seen a resistance of arsenicum album? Have you ever seen a resistance of pulsatilla? Have you ever seen a resistance of natramur? No. Because homeopathy is a child of nature. So once you have understood these drugs properly, you don't have compulsion to read. If you read out of your choice, see, I read 1.5 hours every day. I'm almost, I'm so very well established in my profession, but still I read 1.5 hours every day. But that is my enthusiasm. That is my zeal to learn. But once I've understood the subject properly, I can do practice. With allopathy, it's a risk. Every allopathic doctor will have to study the disease homeopathically, right? This, I repeat here question again. The title of the webinar series is Dangerous future of allopathic practice for a qualified homeopath. Qualified homeopath only. I am not what you call discussing or challenging or arguing with the allopathic professionals. I am interested that my homeopathic brothers and sisters to come back to homeopathy or don't go away from homeopathy. So this topic is related to that only. Now, the newer and newer disorders are coming up. Western world is having explosion of new diseases, explosion of new sufferings. The latest disorder what I heard was mobile syndrome. Excessive use of mobile produces headache, tremendous, typical headache. Allopathic doctors are trying to find medicines for mobile syndrome, right? So Western world is suffering badly where there is a lot of allopathy available. Western world, you take Italy, you take England, you take America, you take Australia, you take France, all the countries where a lot of allopathic treatment is available, still the world is suffering very badly. We can send homeopathy from there, from here to there. So Western world towards homeopathy, your international homeopathic care. If you're practicing GP as a qualified homeopath, you can't treat NRIs. You can't earn in euro, dollar, and pound. My practice is very much in euro, dollar, and pound, along with earning in rupees. So, Western world towards homeopathy, that is international homeopathic care with homeopathy. Unlimited and unimaginable opportunities are at your doorstep. Unimaginable and unlimited opportunities are at your doorstep. I'm repeating the word second time. Unimaginable. Because of the reason that now the world is coming to homeopathy. But the world is tired out of side effects. The world is tired because of the high price of allopathic drugs. The world is tired having undergoing operations. The world is tired out of so many trauma. Out of one disorder, multiple disorders have come up. So now people are trying to search for alternatives. And homeopathy is the best alternate declared by WHO. Second most popular system of medicine in the world. We must think about it. This is a need, an absolute need. If you don't realize today, your tomorrow will be destroyed. If you realize today, your tomorrow will be benefited. And that's I can tell you with great experience out of this. Where I practice is a place having highest number of allopathic doctors in the city in entire continent of Asia. You can imagine how much allopathic doctor, such a large number of allopathic doctors practicing in the city. And among them, I have progressed successfully. It conveys something, right? This is something what is needed to understand. Next, equally important, multi-drug resistance. Now, even in Corona, I've heard a few cases. Remdesivir is not working. Remdesivir resistance. Forget about multi-drug resistance COX. Forget about multi-drug resistance pneumonia. Disease even in Corona also now started with multi-drug resistance. Where with homeopathy, no resistance at all. Simillimum goes unconditionally, absolutely. You take arsenic. I have treated COVID with arsenic, pulsatilla, bryonia, rustox, calcarecum, arnica. Great success. Belladonna, bryonia, great success. No resistance at all. Then why to change the field? I can't understand. There is a reason. I am telling you, there is a reason why people have to change the field. Because there are respectable reasons which we will discuss afterwards, which you have to solve. I will tell you how to solve, and you can be into practice back with great self-respect. That I will tell you, but that is on the 4th and 5th day. How to practice homeopathy easily, right? Risk involved without using technology. How many general practicing doctors who are qualified homeopath by profession have greatest of technology? No, not much as such available. They can't tell the patient to go for MRI, with some problem. There are so many risk involved. You give an injection and there is an abscess. You are you will be having sleepless nights. One of my friend who we studied together had put an injection and the patient suddenly moved out of the pain. Needle got broken and he had a very bad time because of that misbehavior of the patient at the time of giving injection. Right? Minor operations, injections, IV drip, these are very big risk. If anything goes wrong, you are gone and forgotten. It's like a fear every day at your head if you practice allopathy. Where with homeopathy, no risk involved. I have taken dead end, deathbed patients. In metro hospitals I am associated, I have taken patients in deathbed, given medicines. Patient died unfortunately, but I was not at all even questioned. Forget about, challenged. I was not even questioned because what I'm doing is with the license. The country has given me the license to practice homeopathy. That is BHMS and MD. Here, so that is not the question at all. You can take risk, whatever you want to take a risk. I have created a homeopathic hospital with indoor patient facility. I am taking risk. Risk is in my blood. Henneman has taken so much of risk in his life. That's why he invented homeopathy. Dare to be wise, the one who dare goes high. So this is need. Do need, similimum is more than injection. Similimum is more than steroids. Similimum is more than operations. Similimum is more than anything on the planet. The only thing what you need is to find proper similimum. That's all. If you are able to find it, that's all. The patient will improve spontaneously, right? And with that, technology is there now with us, which was not there with the stalwarts. There was no software. He used to memorize everything. Henneman, there was no software. He used to memorize everything. Henneman became successful with 99 drugs. We have 4,000 drugs at the moment. We have softwares. We have homeopathy groups. We have digital world guiding us. We can speak to them. What you call, kaun banega crorepati, phone a friend. Kaun banega homeopath, phone a friend. It's possible. Why not? It's not possible. It is possible. That if we do, will give you great benefit. The large doses versus small doses. Adult has a different dose. Child has a different dose. Obese person, obese people, different dose. With homeopathy, child 30 potency will work. Adult 30 potency will work. Pregnant woman 30 potency will work. Even in a 90-year adult, old aged adult also 30 potency will work. So homeopathy is more an equal science. Equal science, because the vital force which is there in an elephant is the same vital force there in an ant. Cheetah, in an ant, same vital force. Rabbit, same vital force. Dinosaur, same vital force. Because vital force is one. That's why Henneman said vital force to vital principle. Because principle in a college is always one. Right? So this is how, we have to understand small doses. Right? Next, class of patients and contacts. With homeopathic practice, my consultation fee is very high, but I take very limited number of patients because I always believe homeopathy is not a science of mass, it's a science of class. If you want to do classy work, take limited number of patients, but charge high, which will give you your bread and butter, which will give you your survival. After Diwali, we increased our professional charges. Will you believe that? Because we are not able to match to the expectations of the world. We have so many appointments in waiting, but we cannot give justice to them. So we increased our charges. Let some people go to some other alternative, because we are busy. We can't attend many people at all the time. We increase the charges, right? But still, with the clientele, we have more than 50 appointments are in waiting, but we are not able to take it. So class of patients, I'm treating ministers, I'm treating politicians, I'm treating great spiritual leaders, I'm treating internationally, where educated people from high living and very good, what you call, very good reputation in society. This is the point. If you practice homeopathy, this is the future. You get recognition and respect from the world. You get recognition and respect from society. People will respect you as a homeopath. And the days have gone that, allopathic doctors used to consider homeopaths inferior. I'm treating a lot of allopathic doctors of my town and giving them homeopathic treatment, because I've earned that self-respect. And that self-respect has come out of the wisdom from Hahnemann. It's not from me. Where if you practice general practice, mostly you get settled in rural areas, where the poor people will come to you which has very limited understanding about homeopathy. They're very limited patients of homeopathy. Limited patients. They want to get rid of it faster. Doctor, give me injection. I want to come out of it. Doctor, give me painkiller. I have a job. Everyday laborer kind of thing. They can't afford to take rest at home. You earn in small parts. If you practice homeopathy, you settle in the city, prime location, and you can have your best of message to the world. My hospital is at the prime location of the city, and I'm planning to make it even a bigger one. Why? Because I've understood what homeopathy is all about. So it is again a need. Let me tell you frankly here, these stars, multiple stars here, has a message. These stars has a message that the homeopathy should go to villages as well. Homeopathy should go to village as well. It's not only city. But unfortunately, we don't have enough number of doctors even practicing in city. There is no competition in the city. If you go in a village, you progress like anything, but you should be sharp in managing acutes. You should be sharp with your principles. I want to see homeopathy practiced in villages, where 10 doctors practicing in one village, helping each other to treat and doing great for the profession. But that time will come maybe after 50 years from now. But this time has definitely come. This allopathic, city practicing. I have a hospital here having 1.5 crore rupees approximately the cost. Average, I would say. Which has all the facilities what a professional wants. Everything is earned out of homeopathy. So it's something which is very, very important. It's very important, right? And the last for today, because we have already crossed 8 o'clock. You cannot handle serious life-threatening cases if you are doing general practice as a qualified homeopath. Where you can handle serious life-threatening cases with homeopathy, with no fear of legal complication, no fear of financial complications. Even if patient dies in your clinic, take emergencies without fear. The government is supporting you. The legislation of the world, the country is supporting you. There are 2 patients have died in my hospital. When I was treating them, they died. But nothing happened to me, unfortunately. Patient died, unfortunately, right? It was an unfortunate event and it's an eternal truth of life. But nothing happened to me because of the only reason that I was protected. I'm protected legally. So the one who dares goes high. And that's what something, I want to tell here. If you're making a general practice, think about starting homeopathy back, because the world will come to you. Can you help me with your homeopathy? Here, our father should have a proud on you that you are my child and you practice homeopathy. I'm very happy to see that. That is my mission. Okay, so I conclude my talk here. It's 8 o'clock, 5 past 8. The rest we will take it tomorrow Friends, can I have your feedback about the presentation for today? How was it? Quickly, can I have your feedback? I hope you must have enjoyed. Or I'm very happy to receive criticisms from you. Thank you, Dr. Shubha. Thank you, Dr. Shreya. Thank you, Dr. Kavita ji. Thank you, Dr. Sukhdev. Thank you, Dr. Nisha. Thank you, Dr. Pranali. Thank you, Dr. Shivangi. Thank you, Dr. Suryakanta ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Pandya. Thank you, everyone. So I feel very happy that you are liking this presentation because it's very different topic. And I had always since the time I have entered into homeopathy, I wanted to create a way. I wanted to create a way with which our beloved brothers and sisters who left homeopathy out of situation, who left homeopathy out of reasons, can come back to profession. Because I have seen many people in my life who still practices allopathy, general practice, but they love homeopathy. Their heart has a homeopathy in it. So I want to bring them back. This presentation, I hope, will inspire to those people who have a desire to practice homeopathy but are not clear whether they should go for it or not. And this presentation, I hope, will help to those people who want to go away from homeopathy out of frustration, out of confusion, out of disappointment. Think 10 times before taking the decisions of their life, because it's always better to have the same decision giving another chance rather than to change it permanently for rest of the whole life and to take the consequences, be it good or bad, for the rest of the life, right? So I thank you everyone here for your time. Let us meet tomorrow same time. We will continue the third part of the KBH part 1, and KBH part 2 will also be announced very soon. That is for married female. Thank you very much, everyone. Let us meet tomorrow, same time. Till then, have a wonderful time ahead. May Hanuman bless you with lots of love, lots of happiness, and lots of peace in your life. Because I always believe that homeopathy is my religion, right? And I want you to value it. That's the only message what I can convey out of this presentation and out of this series, right? Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful time ahead.